Jamaica, you ready?
Time for peace and love and fun. Time for crime and violence done, yeah. Come together, we make it right. We can do it if we all unite.
In January of 2014, we gathered in this very room for our first National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. At the time, there was growing concern about the impact of violence on our youth, as well as the problem of increased youth involvement in acts of violence. We gathered then to confront the issues and explore possible solutions. The forum helped to advance the conversation and facilitated the identification of a range of solutions to be explored. It was clear that the issue was one that affected all of us as citizens and would require united action if it were to be effectively addressed. It was perhaps the first major activity of the Unite for Change initiative, which had been launched to channel the concerns we shared into meaningful action. Unite for Change is about empowering each Jamaican to take back our country from the criminals and violence producers who are robbing our children of their childhoods and robbing our country of its future. It is about mobilizing the lawful citizens of Jamaica, who are in the majority, to fight against criminality and the conditions in our society that enable criminal behavior. Today, nearly a year and a half later, we regroup to exchange ideas, review our progress, and recommit to the mission of building a Jamaica in which our children can be safe and enabled to become good, productive citizens. The focus this year is on volunteerism, and I would like to commend the individuals and organizations represented here for the work you continue to do in your various areas. The work of Unite for Change and the work being done by other organizations and groups to address the needs of our children would be impossible without the tens of thousands of Jamaicans who serve faithfully as volunteers. Protecting our children from crime and violence is a matter of great urgency, and one that is a priority for the Ministry of National Security and its agencies. Indeed, a priority for the entire government. It is one that presents peculiar challenges because the neglect and abuse of children that often precedes the more violent acts, such as murder, tend to be hidden and kept in the dark. We cannot, as a society, allow this darkness to continue. Our actions must throw light on the issue so that the perpetrators will be exposed. Our communities should not continue to allow our children to be victimized because of indifference or by treating the situation as if it were somebody else's problem. We have a collective responsibility to protect the interest of every child in Jamaica. The police and the agencies set up to protect our children are prepared and anxious to act, but need the active support of individuals and communities, especially in the provision of information that can help in the detection and the prevention of abuse and violence. But protecting our children goes beyond just protecting from physical abuse. It also means protecting them from the abuse of all-night dances so that they can be well rested and alert to absorb lessons at school the next day. Protecting our children in this modern age also means monitoring not just their physical environment, but also their virtual environment for threats, which includes virtual predators lurking in the world of social media. It means monitoring homework, attending PTA meetings and parent conferences. It also means asking for help from well-trained, well-intentioned volunteers or parent mentors when parents need support. At the Ministry of National Security, we strongly support the Break the Silence campaign of the Office of the Children's Registry and commend the Ministry of Youth and Culture for this timely intervention. It is the kind of initiative that expands the UFC message and expresses the growing collaboration across ministries and agencies that is essential to the social transformation we need at this time. Unite for Change is a recognition that the level of violent crime in Jamaica, especially violence meted out to our children, and, as the Minister alluded to, even violence perpetrated by our children, are the outcomes of breakdowns at many different levels of the society. They are the results of dysfunctions, first at the level of family, then community, school, social services, and essentially a dysfunctional culture of violence in the wider society, or hopefully a subculture of violence. We must address these factors that contribute to crime and violence by first educating our citizens on the root causes of this epidemic of violence. Second, igniting their passions, energies, and commitment to reverse it. And finally, as we're doing here today, creating pathways to help people move from concern to action. This is what this forum is about. This is what the Unite for Change movement is about. The presence of the Honorable Prime Minister here later this morning, the strong representation of cabinet ministers on the platform in this session, the participation of the parliamentary opposition, the presence of so many committed Jamaicans from across the island here today is a powerful endorsement of this initiative. It is a clear and visible demonstration that as Jamaicans, we are determined to take back our country from the lawless minority. The work of the UFC, Unite for Change, is organized in three broad areas: communication, coordination, and measurement. Communication is, of course, the one that is most evident. Since its launch in December 2013, Unite for Change has been active on the ground, helping individuals and communities to move from concern to action. The UFC campaigns have been among the most visible aspects of its work, with compelling conversations conducted in formal settings such as this, or in less structured environments in communities, where persuasive messages are delivered in multiple platforms across a range of media. The parenting campaign, which I tell people I think I am the only Minister of National Security in the entire world that is doing a parenting campaign, which we have been running in the media since February, addresses the need for more effective targeting with carefully selected messages. The Stay Alert app is an innovative tool provided free of cost to Android phone users. It serves as a personal panic alarm linked to the police. It also allows persons to upload text, pictures, and messages to report suspicious activity. Our lawfulness campaign is about to be rolled out, and that is aimed at reinforcing our culture of lawfulness. It will promote the core values of fairness, kindness, pride in our country and ourselves, and discipline. UFC is working collaboratively on a wide range of programs and initiatives being undertaken by other ministries and agents of government, churches and other faith-based organizations, community-based organizations, non-governmental organizations, private sector organizations, businesses, communities, and individuals. Today's forum is about strengthening that partnership. It is about a broader and deeper engagement with you as representatives of what is best about our society. It is also broadening the ownership of the mission and work of Unite for Change. This is not a monument for any ministry or individual. It is a movement that we want to create. The message from His Excellency, the Deputy Governor General, and the presentations by all on the platform in this first session, I believe, have laid an excellent foundation for the work to be done today. And I wish to thank them for their contribution and for making the effort to be present. They have emphasized to us that there's a lot of good being done by Jamaicans in all spheres of national life to advance the welfare of our children. The darkness and difficulties that we face are no match for the resources, passion, and hope represented in this room this morning. This best of Jamaica is the lawful Jamaica that represents the best of us. The Jamaica where discipline is valued, where our people are proud of their identity, where our affairs are guided by the principle of fairness, and where kindness enables us to be truly each other's keeper. This is the Jamaica worth working for, the Jamaica worth fighting for, the Jamaica our children deserve to inherit. It is the vision of Jamaica that brings us together today, the vision that gives us hope that our labors are not in vain. Together we can and will make Jamaica a safe place for our children. Thank you.
Are you ready? Time for peace and love and fun. Time for crime and violence done, yeah. Come together, we make it right. We can do it if we all unite.